Alright, I'm on the scene here in Auburndale, Florida. There's a number of abandoned work trailers here. There's the main office way down there. So that's where my source of electricity would be. I don't have enough extension cords to go this far for my bee vacuum. So I'm going to have to do this removal with a bee vacuum. I mean, without a bee vacuum. By the way, we walked these premises yesterday, and there's two other hives way back into these trailers in the jungle. And they don't want me to do these today. They're going to wait on those. So, I'm going to get these right here on the edge of this trailer. I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of weed eating right here first, and chopping down this little tree thing. And attempt to do it without a bee vacuum. Alright, here's a closer look at this colony before I start cutting into them gently. And what I'm going to do is spray a little bit of honeybee gone around the perimeter so they can't run. Can you imagine the queen running back there into that gap and things like that? Well, heck, oh my God, they already have holes in there. I wonder how much this comb is underneath this, this protective cover. Yikes. So it may not be just this right here that's hanging down. They could have a whole colony under there going. I'm glad I brought two hives. What's funny is look at this propolis right here on the front. What were they thinking? Were they thinking they were going to protect the front of this exposed colony? Who knows what they had in mind? All right, part two. Several days later, I'm back on the scene, and I was able to string together some extension cords. Susan, the kind lady here at the timber company, was able to loan me some, and I bought one. So my bee vacuum's here today. And let me tell you folks, don't ever try to do a big removal like this without a bee vacuum. I thought I could do it, but well, I began it, and it just wasn't too fun. Let's put it that way. So anyway, I haven't touched anything today. I have these bees in this hive here with a lot of comb cut out, and there's a lot of them loyal to that hive right now, as you see. I haven't done anything with them today, so they're still loyal. Hopefully they're covering whatever brood comb I cut out of there. So, there's two other places I'm going to start vacuuming. Or two places I'm going to start vacuuming. One is right here at the front. See all this comb I've cut out? Here's how far it extends back. So, okay, maybe 5 feet. It wasn't quite 6, but see, there's all the honey in the back. Although there was a lot of honey starting right here. But the queen is probably going to be either in that or that. And I may not see her today. She may end up in the vacuum cleaner, and I'll see her later. So, I'm going to spray a little bit of honeybee gone back there so they won't start running, and in the sides. And I'm going to be careful when I do that and not to get it on them, because I don't want all hell to break loose right now. So the vacuum cleaner today, folks, is going to make my life 20 times easier. Okay, round one is done. I got that cut out and cleaned up. And anybody says, hey, you didn't clean up every bit of those trails, you know, bees are going to come back. Well, they're actually going to tear down all of these homes, these office mobile homes down here. They're actually going to destroy them soon. They couldn't do any of that until I removed all this. So this job is adequate. So the front is cleaned up, honeybee gone, and they're not landing here right now. So on to round two. Round two. This is going to be a little bit tougher because I'm this far back and it's going to be honey dripping in my face and all that kind of stuff, trying to cut it out. But I'm just so thankful I have the bee vacuum today, folks. It's just making my life so much easier. Can't live without them, especially in situations like this. So I might as well video this comb a little bit before I start removing the bees and cutting it. It's a shame we have to remove such works of art, but otherwise they would have been destroyed by poison and whatnot, so their fate is much better in my hands than in some idiots. All right, I'm about to begin vacuuming. All right, so here's my honey chest. All clean honey. Vacuumed the bees off of it. Was real patient about cutting that out. That's too precious. All right. Alright, so all of that comb's cut out cleanly. No bees, all vacuumed up. Honeybee gone, sprayed back here, so they're not going to try to come back here any longer. Alright, up front is pretty much clean. See all that? It's just a few stragglers right there. No big deal, but there's a few gathered right here. I'll look for the queen in case, and also vacuum them up right now and then spray honeybee gone a little bit. Also, I'm going to grab another hive out of my car and start a second hive. And all this comb I have laying on top of that hive is going to be rubber banded into a second hive. And the bees will be evenly distributed between both hives. Theoretically. Alright, guess what section of the program this is? It's the reunited section of the program. By the way, I haven't found the queen yet. She could be in here. I don't know. It doesn't even really matter at this point. It would help, but we'll see what happens. She may turn up later. They may have to raise a new one or whatever. Not stressing about it. Ooh, yeah. Reunited and it feels so good. There's a lot of bees in here, as y'all can see. By the way, there's the original hive back there I did the other day. They already had a lot of loyal servants on that hive, so I put all the vacuum population from today into this one. And also, this one where I vacuum the bees is right by their original site, you know, under the mobile home. So, the new hives I've been building have the migratory roof. See it down there below? And that makes times like these a lot easier. There we go. Alright, I can go home for lunch and come back later, either to this evening or the next evening once everything's settled down. And this one's pretty much done, folks. Looks like chaos right now, but it's under control. Settling in after the reunited section, and how fun. Let me make sure they're not gathering anywhere else. That's going to surprise me later, because Honeybee gone pretty good underneath here. See, look at this. Here's an old hive right here from years ago. That has nothing to do with what I just did today. That's years old. So I'm just making sure they are not going anywhere else right now. And they really have no reason to. There's nothing to go home to except for these two hives now. Especially thanks to Honeybee gone. I'm back in the evening to pick up the bees. Kind of had a little bit of a surprise when I got here of the bees that were bunched up right here on this bar. So, anyway, I got them airborne, and they're going into both of these hives, and I've treated this whole area with Honeybee gone, so they don't want to land any longer. And here's the original hive, or colony, stretching back all the way 5 or 6 feet. No bees in here. So, I just have to coax these girls, especially in this hive, into the entrance with smoke right at nightfall. It shouldn't be that big a deal. There's really not too much I can do about it right now. That hive will be no problem right there. Alright, I have the hives loaded up in the van, except for that one cinder block. Let's look for any remnants of bees, folks. Again, that hive right there was for probably 5 or 10 years ago. Who knows? Has nothing to do with me. Nothing in here. Oh, look at that. No sign of any bees anywhere. That's what I try to do when I do these removals, is get 99.9% of all the bees.